Let us look at other application. Here we will try to figure out where should a business locate given what other businesses are doing. Of course, we will take a simple setting, but I want to tell you this location problem is not just about the physical location of a business. It could also be about, you know, what kind of quality a particular company should launch, and even beyond, what kind of policy a politician should propose to win the election. This, the political part I will not cover here. In during the second half, Professor Bikramaditya Datta is going to talk about application of game theory to voting. There most likely he will cover the location problem in politics. So we have the model location problem is called Hotling model, which is due to an economist named Hotling. He wrote about it in 1929. Of course, he didn't know about the formal nature of game theory and strategic interaction and Nash equilibrium, because all these things came later, but nevertheless he was able to talk about it in the sense of optimization. So we are taking a very simple setting. We will say that there is a beach which is linear. For example, let us say Juhu Chowpatty, it is linear, and let us say it is 1 kilometer long. 0 to, let us say, 1. There are large number of consumers in every part of Juhu Chowpatty. You know, it's a full of people. For simplicity, we will assume that these people are uniformly distributed on Juhu Chowpatty. What does it mean? That if we take a segment of length x here and we take another segment of length x here, so number of people in this segment would be equal to number of people in the other segment of the same length. If I had taken x segment here and 2x length here, so number of people would be double here. You must have done in your probability and statistics course. So that's what we will assume. And for simplicity, we will say the mass of people, the total number of people on this Juhu Chowpatty is 1. This one could be 100, this one could be 1000, this could be a lakh or a crore, doesn't, or a million, doesn't matter. If we are saying it is the 1. The price of ice cream is INR 10 rupees per ice cream, or each 100-meter walk gives this utility equal to 1 rupee to a potential consumer. So if he walks 10 meter for a ice cream, then his disutility is let us say 10 paisa. Okay, so that's the calculation. What does it mean? That if two ice cream vendors are selling exactly the same ice cream at exactly the same price, then potential consumer would like to go to the ice cream vendor who is nearest to them. So that's what we will assume, that these two ice cream vendors are precisely selling exactly the same ice cream at exactly the same price. The only difference between two of them is their location. We have to figure out where should they park their cart. So of course it is about physical location, and as I mentioned in the beginning, the physical location is not important. It can be quality location, it can be something else. Okay, so now we have, this is Juhu Chowpatty, this is 0, this is 1. They cannot park their cart anywhere. So municipality has done that every 100-meter they have made the stall, and ice cream vendors have to be at one of the stalls. Okay, so what we can say, the two ice cream sellers are players, decision maker. Let us call one of them A, second one B. What are the strategies or action for them? The parking location of their cart, it could be 0, it could be 0.1, it could be 0.2, it could be 0.3, and so on up to 1. And they are interested in maximizing market share. More people they serve, more money they are able to make. So they are interested in maximizing market share. And for simplicity, we assume that everyone buys exactly one ice cream. So all the potential consumer, all the people on Juhu Chowpatty would like to buy one ice cream. We can make it more difficult. We can say that walking is really difficult, and so there is a more cost. So then we will figure out some of them who are really very away from ice cream vendors may not end up going and buying just because it's very far. But that's not the aim. Simplicity is the key here. We will assume that everyone buys exactly one ice cream. Clearly, these potential consumers are not players in this game, because a strategic interaction is between ice cream wala. Each ice cream wala has to think about where the other ice cream wala is parking the cart, because number of people coming to his cart would depend on where the other person has also parked his cart. But these potential consumers are not strategic. They have a very simple decision to make. Their decision doesn't depend on other potential consumer. They are checking only one thing: which ice cream cart is nearest to them. So there is no strategy involved. They will walk to the one which is nearest to them. So the problem is very simple. Two players, each player has 11 different action possible: 0, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3 to 1.0, and they are interested in capturing the markets here. So how to solve this game? One way we have already learned, that to propose a solution and check whether one of the ice cream vendor would be better off by changing his or her action given what other is doing. So let us say that A parks at 0 and B parks at 1. Can this be a Nash equilibrium? So if A parks at 0 and B parks at 1, everyone here up to 0.5 will come to A because they are nearest. Let us, for example, someone at 0.3 needs to walk 0.3 distance to reach 0, and they need to walk 0.7 distance to reach to 1. So therefore this A is closest in comparison to B. So they will go to A to buy the ice cream, and this would be true to everyone who is between 0 to 0.5. The person who is at 0.5 is equidistant from A or B. He will have to walk 0.5 to reach A, and he will have to walk 0.5 to reach B. So these people will go to A and these people will go to B. They both will have half of the share. If we want to check whether it is a Nash equilibrium or not, can A change his location and capture higher market share? What are the other options? From 0, he can move to 0.1, he can move to 0.3, or he can move up to 1.0. So let us say from 0, he moves to XA, and XA happens to be less than 0.5. So somewhere in this zone. Let us say he is here. So what would happen? Everyone who is left to XA will definitely find A nearest to him, and everyone who is between XA and let us say here at B is, or we can say XB, everyone who is between X and B, so we can say the middle between these two is going to be XA plus XB by 2. That would be the exact middle. So everyone from XA to XA plus XB by 2 will come to A, and everyone beyond this will reach B because that would be the nearest. So what is the idea? If he wants to capture more and more market share, then he should be as close to, he should take XA plus XB as close to B possible, because let us say if he comes to 0.9, what would happen? Everyone from 0 to 0.9 will find A closest to him, and at 0.95, which is just in the middle, 1.0 plus 0.9 divided by 2.95, or here we can simply look, 0.9 to 1.0 is 100 meter. So everyone till 95 would be, the midpoint will become 0.95. He would be indifferent between going to A or B, but everyone till 9.95 would find closest to A, and they will, so he will be able to capture 95% of the market. So if B is at 1, best for A is to park at 0.9. Why not 1? If he goes to 1, then B is also at 1. Everyone will be equidistant to A and B, and therefore only half of will come to A and half of will come to B. So earlier also he has half the share, now also he will have half the share. So what is the idea? That if XB is greater than 0.5, then XA should be closest to, as close to XB possible, but not exactly at XB. So XA should be just left of XB. And if, let me say, you can check for yourself, and if XB is less than 0.5, then what should he do? If XB is less than 0.5, then XA should be right of him, because let us check, we can take another color and we can have black color. Let us say that this is 0.3 and which is not to the scale. So if XB is at 0.3, this side is the larger share. So he wants to capture the larger part of the larger share. If he comes from 0 to 0.3, and that is A, his market share would be less than 0.3. Okay, because here everyone will find XB nearest. But if he goes to 0.4, everyone who is between 0.4 and 1 will find A nearest, and in fact, everyone beyond 0.35 will find A nearest. So he should be right. If XB is less than 0.5, then XA should be right next to XB. We have covered two situations. What happens if XB is greater than 0.5? What happens if XB is less than 0.5? Third is, what if XB is at 0.5? And this is a special. We can take a look at, let us say 0.501. Let us say that right next to it at 0.6, what would, here is B, here is A, how much A would be able to capture? Only 45%. Here is 40%, and 10% are right between 0.5 and 0.6, half of them will come. So 40 plus 5, 45%. If he goes to 0.4, again 45% from 0 to 0.45. But if he is at 0.5 exactly, then everyone from every consumer, both cart would be equidistant. Half would come to A, half would come to B. So if XB happens to be 0.5, XB should also be, the best response of A is to come at 0.5. So that is, should be very, very clear. Okay. Now let us do the best responses. I have grid here deliberately. Here is XA, here is XB, and here is 0, here is 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, 0.8, 0.9, 1.0, and similarly here we have XB 0, 0.1, 0.2, 0, 0.3, 0, 0.4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's what we have. Now we can get the best response of A given what B is doing, and we will check for all the possibility. Let us say XB is at 0.0, it means XB is at 0. What should be the value of XA to capture the maximum market? And that we have figured out is going to be 0.1, because being at 0.1 means 95% of the market. Being at 0.2 is going to be everyone here to A, and in fact everyone, so 90% of the market, so it decreases. So you want to be in right next to, xb is less than 0.5, you should be right of it and you should be here. So this is the best response. If xb is at 0.1, xa should be at 0.2. Similarly, we can do 0.3, then 0.4, you can check for yourself, 0.5. And if xb happens to be at 0.5, the best response is 0.5. And if xb is at 0.6, now xa should be on the left side, right, exact nearest to left, and so from 0.6 nearest left is 0.5. So this is going to be the case. And 0.7, it's going to be, if b is at 0.7, let us do one more, 0.7, best for a is to be at 0.6. In that way it would be able to capture 65%. No other location will give 65%. Why? 0.7, it will go to 50%. 0.5, it will go to 60%. Right doesn't make any sense, because if a goes to right of 0.7, everyone from 0 to 0.7 will definitely come to b, and b will capture larger markets here. So we have now idea, this is the way. And exactly in the same manner, we have to figure out best responses of player 2 or player B given what XA is doing. So XA decides to be at 0, exactly same logic. B would like to be at 0.1 to maximize the market share. So this is the way it's going to be, 0.1. If XA is at 0.1, XB should be at 0.2. If XA is at 0.2, it should be at 0.3. Okay, just right. That's what we have figured out here. And then if XA is at 0.4, it should be just right at 0.5. But if XA goes to 0.5, B should also be at 0.5. And then if XA is at 0.6, now it has to be on the left side, so 0.6, and this is the way it continues. This is what we got. In the red color is the best response correspondence of player A given what player 2 is doing, and in blue color we have best response correspondence. In fact, it is here function, not correspondence, because for each location of player A there is a best location for player B. So we get the best response correspondence about both the player. Where do they overlap? They overlap at 0.05, both being at 0.5, and therefore it is Nash equilibrium. Why? Because this 0.5 from player 1 is the best response of player 2's being at 0.5, and player 2's 0.5 is the best response of player 1 being at 0.5. They both are playing best responses of one another. Let us start at some other point. Let us say player 1 is at 0.8. What is the best response for player 2? To be at 0.7. But if player 2 is at 0.7, what is the best response of player 1? To be at 0.6. And if player 1 is at 0.6, what is the best response from player 2? To be at, we are getting in the ladder way, to be at 0.5. And if player 1 is at 0.5, the best response from player 2 is 0.5, and then you do not change. So even by trial and error we can reach to this 0.5 as Nash equilibrium.